It was Brum's night of helping a lost bus. Night had fallen, and Brum with the small cars and two racing coach wagons were preparing for the last escape. He opened the shed door carefully before we left. Brum had a thought. Guys, we've got one last task to do. It involves a wetsuit. It's a good thing you said that, Brum. Filthy in Scotland has given us it. He was wanting us to hide it so as not to let anyone find him. The final task is to happen in the Welsh beach, said Red. Where did you get the wetsuit from? Asked Brum. The high school in Taruna. We were there with Philk. It was left in the bottom shed as the taxis went by. Soup was in the schoolyard. Soup. It was a quiet visit at night. Paul explained. That was clever, Fool. To visit at night, we best drive with the move quietly, in case another chase happens, said Brum. I'm ready to look the left side when we get to England, said Herbie. We all lined up, once driving out of the shed. Brum was first, Red second, White third, Blue fourth, Ochre fifth, Maroon sixth, Dark Blue seventh, Nippy eighth, Herbie ninth, and Macclestein 10th. Brum checked if everybody was in line, then gave the signal to crew. We crossed the bridge before cruising up the mountain. The bridge was not actually full of one booby trap. While climbing up the hill, he looked back if anyone was on the trail. Nothing was on the roof, but when looking at the sky, he looked for anything like any light that was lurking. The journey away from Italy was a success, and there was no helicopter to find them, unless another one was to find them. Sign of one, said Macclestein. We'll continue on. As they went over the other side toward the chase station, they missed a car that was visiting the shed. It was, of course, the van that was damaged, and one member of the bus factory had survived the fall. He was getting even mental when wanting to get Maccleston scrapped. "Ah, they're not in her," he roughly said. He was just about to find someone who said when he noticed the tracks left by the doorway. "Well, they think they can outwit me, eh? I'll get them for sure." They went up the mountain. He started to hunt them for the route they got away on. Miles from Wolfsburg, the small cars and bus arrived in the train station. But to their disappointment, there was no train. Instead, there was more. A sign was put up for them to keep driving to London. "It looks like we'll have to keep driving. I hope we filled up all tanks," said Brum. "We all have. There were left with petrol cans. I kept one for you, in case you run out," said Elke. "Oh, thanks. I hoped my tank was running. Ooh, I got it." Brum had his tank full. Then they started off. Suddenly, White honked. They all looked back to Roots, the van they lost from their second getaway in Italy. "I thought we were rid of him for good," said Brum. "I hope I'm moving away to England, but the faction members lost his head," said Maccleston, exasperated. "We're not to let him harass us. I'll give the van a backfire." When the van came up close to Maccleston, he began driving to his side, but the bus blocked his move. With one bang, he spat smoke. The van's cab was covered, and its driver threw it off the roof, crashing into a puddle, just as a police car came up to take him away. "That's giving him the cool snap," said Herbert. "Pity." The rest had to agree. Nothing disturbed them for the rest of the journey. At last, after the long night drive, they arrived in England. The small castle bus seasides. Herbert did the same. "Right, everyone, we shall arrange two things. First, we set up Maccleston into a bus stop. Then we head to the Welsh beach. A good thing who was stopping him, said Red. McCusting, it's best you ask if you can be hired for the passenger service when we get you into proper living. That's just you. I had the long drive to get her, said McCusting. After this, I might get hooked to Cotswold. Herbert wants to see it, said Brum. So we went to the bus shed. A manager was reaching. McCusting went to him a room of a small car's head. Oh, there you are. Your journey to England got delayed when the ship went to Italy to pick up other goods. I expected the call from the Italian bus stop, but the American factory workers were telling me a lot of fibs. At least you're in one piece, said he. I had some friends from England and America that helped me to get her, sir. I hope to talk well, said McCusting. Who will? Brum, the Millers, Oster Sevens and Beetles went driving on to Wales. That mission went through to a good ending, said Maru. We'd be able to rest away all that wild tour drive, as we prefer driving in UK and to other continents, and not run into reliant vehicles, added White. Very rewarding for all of us. We hope to not have more cheeses for folks' wetsuit, said Brum. I just remembered I have some French cooks after me. My top end of my tank seems to be blocked, said Herbert. The cars, when far away from London, pulled off the hoop. Herbert opened his tank door and spat something that was the cause of the blockage. Brum had a look. Why, it's a block of crude that was clogging up your tank. Where did that come from? I was looking in the village in Wolfsburg while resting, Brum, when this van came driving up. They had robbed a bank and were hiding one of it in my tank. I was calm when seeing all this happen. Wait a minute. We might be after it. We best give it to the police station and let them take the coup back to Germany. I'd probably keep driving to Wales. Another police station there, said Brum. Instead of driving back to London, they headed off again. On the way, they met Steady Eddie. Hello again, Brum. How was the mission? It went well, Eddie. We didn't get stuck with the factory workers, but we can't stop to talk long. We got French cooks to stop, said Brum. If you're heading to London, you might tell the police there, in case we need backup, said Red. No problem, said Eddie. The keep Toby open value when London was out of sight. A hill with some bushes was by the roof, and in them, at the top, was the van. It was the French cooks who Herbert met back in Germany. When they saw Brum and his lot passing by, they started stalking them. Brum saw it, who did the others. When it came close to Leap, its hoopers began to order them to drive off the road. You, said the tallest of the stalkers. The small one had his head out the van's windscreen. With a brick in the hand. Pull over. We want that Volkswagen. Brum, in the front of the small car, whispered to Red a signal to make a move after the cooks disembarked the van. Red whispered to White. White whispered to Blue. Blue whispered to Oaku. Oaku whispered to Maru. And Maru whispered to Dark Blue. Before he whispered Brum's signal to Herbert and Leapy. Things started to happen at once. When we all stopped, the second time, the cooks called Victor and who disembarked the van. Then, inexplicably, Brum started off. Quickly, who did the rest? Off the roof, into a field. The cooks seeing this got back in the van and started chasing them. The small cars crossed the field, running into a building site. Machines taken by surprise stopped working when we saw them driving through. The cooks followed them into the site a minute later. This way, called Brum, towards the other field. Blimey, Brum, there's a rally put there, shouted Blue. We minis can't handle that. Some racing cars were just getting ready to start racing. Not some small cars were heading towards the rally till lightning did. "Stop the rally! Move aside!" Brum warned. "Criminal on tail!" bellowed White. "They're still coming!" Alfred yelled. "I think they are trying to give us dance. Duck in the cheese. This is a shortcut we're taking," said Leapy. "Oh, I told that. Brum's eating," said Herbert. Through the woods we went. It was particularly small, the road, and easily to lose the chaser van. "Oh, sacre bleu, sacre bleu!" The small cars were out of sight once far inside the wood, in time to let the van crash into one of the trees. Victor and who lost them. Blooming heck, that was a cool one. You can't have the cool with us exposed for teachers to take it, said Brum. "This does take me back to when I was in the race to mounted car," said Herbert. "What a taste to remind my past. This kind of thing's really all that wheels," said Keeper. We stopped for rest when arriving in the village of Cotswold. An officer was walking about. We asked him if he would take this coat in, as we had been shaken from the chase caused by Victor and who we lost. "I'll tell London this report's straight away. It's understandable the French cooks were at everything," said he. He then went on the rest of the way to the Welsh beach. One of them took the wetsuit out and put it in an empty unused shed with a trapdoor. Who one would remember finding it now? "Well done, everyone. We've completed 2 missions plus one that makes 3. Herbert and Leapy will follow me to Cotswold, as I think it's a rewarding holiday for them to have," said Brum. "Glad to have done it, mate," said Red. "We best get back to old New Zealand, except it's a long ways to stay at yours." "Oh, Kind's there too, said Maru. We're not the ones visiting Brum's place, said Herbie. Come on then, off to my motoring crew, said Brum. And they all left the Welsh beach, leaving Wheels, driving all the way to Brum's shed. Herbie was getting quite used to driving on the left. He was looking forward to more adventures far away from the land of NTSC.